Welcome to this shit show of a video. I wasn't gonna make this, but here we are. Just to clarify, this is about the server Freya's Fortress. Let me outline my motivations for this video. Now originally I wasn't even gonna consider making this because it wasn't worth my time, effort, energy. It didn't matter to me because I just didn't give a fuck. Now let's go on a little time travel back to whenever I got banned. This is the root of all of it. Yeah, I got banned. I made a quick little summary how it would change everything regarding the videos. Yada yada, whatever. Didn't overall bother me. And it still doesn't bother me. I still don't care that I'm banned. But the reason why I'm making this is because they're trying to paint me as some sort of villain and trying to say I said slurs when that's not even the case. And this is the screenshot I was sent that had that message. And no amount of him, Ty, bitching, and you, Cloudy, crying is going to change the fact that Ty was a cunt with a shitty attitude that knew very fucking well that next time he climbed on stuff, he'd be perma'd. Ty was told, he knew what he was doing and tried to skirt the rules and found out he could not. Then decided to cry and sling slurs at us. Glad to be rid of him. So she decided to skew information and say I decided to sling slurs. That's not even remotely close to the truth. So I went to her about the matter and she had no proof to show. Now the conversation did divert into a different direction where I was pressing her on the previous matter of the server. So after it got off topic, we reeled it back in and began discussing more about the apparent slurs I said. I kept asking her and she kept just ignoring the question. I asked consecutively, what slurs did I say? She just ignored it. She was also talking about how I had internal spies and how I was gonna take him down with all that, but they're no better than that. Here's this line. You notice how it's edited? 1249. This is the unedited version. And then she tried to play dumb. I have spies in your chat. I would do anything I could find on you to tear the lid of the container. This part was in italics. Tear the lid of the container. So she wasn't being subtle. Now, let me show you exactly where that is. I'm just gonna tear the lid off of the container and shed light. She's not in this server. This is the most messed up part about the server, just overall. There have been 4 total cases of exposed pedophiles. Some of them were defended in different ways, but either way, not good. The Todd Howard one, which I am more familiar with, I can speak on more of, but when it comes to the other ones, I am not too sure. I have both the uncensored and censored version of Todd Howard's. When it comes to Todd Howard and how I mentioned there was evidence beforehand, I mean that the mods were sent information. They were sent proof of him being strange and weird to minors, yet they didn't do anything. I've had word that they read a 20-page document in a secret mod meeting and they decided to do nothing about it. Either my mind is absolutely fucking fried or the message got deleted, but I do recall something where Froggy did mention that she had no idea about some sort of meeting. I am not entirely sure. I've looked through my DMs and screenshots. I can't exactly find it, so that may be just a false point on my end. Now, I just want to go and disprove that because it is in the official document of Todd Howard being exposed, all the way here at the bottom. This was made by the mod team. You can just tell by the way they say in this final bit. Also just the knowledge of internal things. Our findings showed no moderators under admins knew about their original accusations, and only 4 were supposedly in a meeting that was called. Now, I got word of 3, 4. Either way, there was a secret meeting where they swept things under the rug, gave him a slap on the wrist, and let him go. When I first heard about the situation, I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but it just didn't. Now, I'm gonna ask you a real simple question. Name specifically what a moderator has. A life. A life. Mod power. Mod power. Of course, the power to be a mod. But what does that include? It includes their IP. Now, when someone has access to your IP, they can access your general location, and if Todd groomed them enough, he would be able to find out sensitive information that could potentially narrow down where they are, so he could go and find them and do who knows what. Here I'm just going to demonstrate how easy it is to pull someone's IP from SL if you have the power to. You select their name, you go to request data, and request. request IP, and it should show the IP. Now that is absolutely insane. I can't fathom how they can read a 20-page document and just not do anything about it. They even try to say, oh, but they didn't gather enough information. I don't know how they don't know this, but they take a long time to gather substantial evidence. When it comes to law enforcement, they spend months sometimes, so giving them 6 weeks? That is not realistic. Not to mention that the previous cases required a lot less information than this one. There was only like 6 screenshots maybe for the previous ones, hardly any information, yet they got removed and banned. Now for them to say that, oh, there wasn't enough information for this case specifically, it's kind of crazy, because he obviously had some ties and pulled some strings there. Now this case I'm not very familiar on, so keep that in mind. Now there was another one that was fiddling around with the minor, doing weird things, of course. And the response within Freya's was to instantly mute them. And that was on the basis of apparent harassment. Even though it was well known what was going on, that she was doing some strange things with minors. I have both files, so if you want to read them, just go to my Discord server and it'll probably be linked underneath the YouTube announcement video. Again, I'm not entirely sure of what happened in this case. I was around, but I wasn't involved in the drama. But there was another case with this guy called Infinity Gene. Not sure exactly what went on there, but he was very blatantly grooming a minor. It actually became a little bit of a meme around the place, which was kind of funny, considering the shit he said was absolutely whack. Oh yeah, here's his hairline. I like how she said I had attitude, but she acts like this.
Oh, he was convenient, okay? I guess.
If I tell you to do something and you give me fucking lip, right?
Did you kill me? Did you kill me?
I did kill you, yes.
Okay, so that's abuse. So that's abuse.
No, I wanted to talk to you, but then you started...
Don't kill someone.
That's abuse.
Oh boy.
That's abuse.
That's abuse, guys.
That's abuse. That's abuse.
Here's some screenshots I would also like to include. Shout out to Cloudy and Wise Tree. Alright, so this shit just isn't true. They never apologize. Just want to put that out there. So when I'm talking about my server, I'm talking about my actual game server and my Discord server. They tried to contact me and talk to me within my game server, but I just ignored them. So when that failed, they got into my Discord server and began to contact me there. They were saying I was harassing them by making these GIFs and how they were making their way into their server. And I just said, you know, it's not my problem to deal with. It's your guys' server, you deal with it. They were also there threatening to report me to Northwood, just because I was making these GIFs and they weren't happy about it. That's what they said, but I suspect it's also for me to keep my mouth shut about this entire stuff. So once again, they tried to pull shit out of their ass, digging up really out of context, irrelevant things from the past. So, here's this one. I got a message deleted because I sent a GIF. So, that's the word apparently I said. Let me just show you exactly what GIF I was sending. It was this GIF. You see, I have it favorited already. So when you paste this GIF in, yeah, it looks normal, but look, right there is the part I got blacklisted for, that GIF. So they tried to say I was being racist because I sent this GIF. Just to make them stop their temper tantrum in my server, I said, you know what, whatever, GIFs will stop, that's it, end of that. So I unfavorited the GIFs, I got rid of them, I don't have them favorited anymore, and I'm not sure if they load anymore. The reason why I made them is because of their defense of the Todd Howard situation. If you're defending someone like him, chances are you're not so different if you're trying to downplay it and make it hidden and sweep it under the rug. Either that, or you just didn't care. Now let's skip back a bit to when they were in my server arguing with me. It turns out they were in a voice channel in Freya's Fortress Discord, streaming the event and just watching over it. Now I like how they said, I don't know why it's such a big deal to you, or let go, give it up. Whatever kind of semantics like that they said, it's kind of funny that they make it a big deal in there. From my 3 years-ish of being there, I would assume it kind of went down like, oh, should we just go in his server and whatnot. I was there for 3 years, that's the kind of behavior I would expect. Now they seem like normal ass people in the server, but let me just go over what position they really hold. So here are 3 of the 4 people that were involved in this voice channel. These are the most significant ones to mention. So who do we have here? We have an SCP moderator, someone higher up being a Discord manager and a senior mod, and then an admin. Now that doesn't look very good on you now, does it? Well, overall, I think I've gone through what I really wanted to mention. Now, I could be nitpicky and go through every little detail, sift through all the little bits, but I'm not going to do that. It's not worth my time nor effort. If you made it to the end of the video, congratulations to you. You've seen all that I had to say. Now, I could go through, like I said, and just weave through about how they deal with their moderation and stuff, but I'll just mention this briefly. That if you're friends with mods, it's very easy to pull strings and get what you want. And I know this because I did this in the past with old staff members. So it's not very hard to get your way around there if you know the right people. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah. See you in the next one.